Hello, my name is Nick, and welcome to Watch This Now. 21 Bridges is a crime thriller starring Chadwick Boseman as a detective investigating a scheme much larger than himself when a drug robbery goes wrong and leaves several police officers dead. Now, the most interesting thing that this movie has going for it is the concept it utilizes when the main character decides to shut down all of the bridges leading to Manhattan. Oh yeah, we're in New York City. And to try and weed out the criminals. Now, that was a really powerful moment. Of course, this scene that sets up the rest of the movie is 40 minutes or so into the movie because it's long and slow and nothing fucking happens in it. But that was an interesting moment that had me hooked, and I thought, yes, I'm interested to see where they go from here. And immediately after that, the whole film lost its sense of urgency and completely just fell flat. This is a basic-ass cop movie. You've got your hero that has a dark past, you got good guys who turn out to be bad guys, you got these villains with backstories and a big reveal at the end that you can see coming from the very beginning of the film that is designed to make you go, oh golly! This type of movie just is not my thing in general. But listen, I'm totally cool with formulaic stuff. If you can take a formula for a cop thriller or a slasher film and you make it interesting, I can get behind it. However, this movie just ends up falling into all of the same tropes as films before it, and it doesn't feel like it's really fleshing out the skeleton with new and interesting material. It just feels like it was checking off the boxes as it went. That was honestly what I was thinking as I was watching the movie. I was like, oh yeah, I could write this script because you do this part, and then here, and from there I was just like, yep, this is playing out about as by the numbers as it could. The film is well shot. I do think that the action plays out very nicely and it does look really good. The inciting incident at the beginning of the film, this big heist gone wrong that turns into a shootout, it's really well executed, and I like the way it establishes the geography of the location. So when we return to it with investigators, it doesn't feel like we're just looking at this crime scene. It's like we know the entire area, we know it went down. I thought that was quite impressive, unlike something I've seen in most of these movies. So I'll give it that, but again, everything after, it just seems to get more and more basic as the movie goes on. Now, Chadwick Boseman is a really fine actor. Even though he's Black Panther, I would still say he's underrated because he's so good. However, in this movie, it just feels like he is playing a stand-in for any basic action star, and he's reduced to going, the bullet, it came from over there, because it ended up over there. He has this backstory that really doesn't pay off. In the beginning of the film, we see him being interviewed by Internal Affairs because he's, I guess, a trigger-happy cop, which, hey, that's interesting. And he's really good at killing people. But as opposed to exploring that as far as what makes this character, that's pretty much just used as an excuse to make him John Wick in any action scene, because all of a sudden, all of these highly trained professionals around him are just stormtroopers because he's headshotting everyone and bullets don't really affect him. There's even what looked like a bit of a subplot with his mother, which I thought was cute at first. I was like, oh my god, this is actually kind of effective. And then we never see the mother mentioned again, ever. We don't see her, she's gone, she's practically dead. She was never in the movie. Pure emotional manipulation. 21 Bridges has no problem playing games with your heart, and I have a problem with that. Sienna Miller is also in this movie for no reason. She just plays a cop that's like tagging along, partnered with Chadwick Boseman's character, but she really doesn't contribute or do anything, and the extra layers that they do give her really don't matter because constantly throughout the movie there are other characters doing the same things that she is doing. Like, there is one scene where she is useful, but you could have swapped her out with anyone else and it would have made sense in the story. And she just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb in every scene because we've got all these cops that like look like cops. And then there's Sienna Miller looking like a stay-at-home meth dealer. Like, what is she doing? I kept being like, you guys, you gotta get this bag lady out of here. She's trying to fuck up your investigation. 21 Bridges is truly just one of the most forgettable films of the year. I thought it was decent and fine, but unless this is your type of film, if you love all of this stuff, all these crime thriller, gangster bullshit movies, then go ahead, give it a watch. Maybe you'll enjoy certain parts of it, but I didn't find the performances to stand out. I didn't think the story was interesting at all. The direction was competent, but really nothing special. I just didn't care for this movie at all, and I felt in the beginning this could go somewhere, this could be something, and then it just is not at all. It's nothing. It's truly nothing. I'm gonna give 21 Bridges a 2 out of 5. It isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's probably gonna go on my worst of the year list. What did you guys think of 21 Bridges? What are you going to see this holiday season? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see. What are you looking forward to? I am, of course, looking forward to Star Wars, but I'm kind of looking forward to Jumanji more. Does that make me a loser? It's okay, I don't care. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, do whatever you want. I don't care, but stick around for my next video, and I'll see you then.